Hi, thanks for being here. It's time for Rose Garden Radio, live from the very center of the universe, Canton, Ohio. Yay. I'm so glad to be here, and I'm really glad you guys are here with me. And I've got a great pie story, and it's all true, and I can't wait to share it with you. It's good news. So, if it's the first time to the show, Rose Garden Radio is dedicated to helping you shift from 3D to the 3D world to the 5D world, living your dream life from the center of your heart and manifesting that life. And you can do it. And guess what? It's as easy as pie. So let's go. Let's see. So first I'm going to draw the pie. Oh, and it can be a cherry pie, blackberry pie, lemon meringue pie, any kind of pie that you personally want for your pie. And in the center, you'll see I draw a dot, and that is the center of your spiritual heart, where your dreams manifest from. Yay! Okay, let's go. So this is a great story. I was so happy to hear it. So a friend of mine was, she has retired, and her name is Cheryl, and she really decided that she wanted a new life for herself. She wanted to return to nature and, you know, maybe build a cabin somewhere. She didn't quite know the steps, but she knew deep in her heart that she really wanted to live, kind of out in the middle of nowhere and really have the experience of, growing flowers and her own food and kind of living off the land and that whole experience. So that is the first cut in your pie, let's say. Ooh, and before I forget now, the old pie, because you are living a pie, but it's a 3D pie. It's not the 5D pie. The old pie has all those things in it, the job you like or you don't like, the good, the bad, the everything. That's the reality that you're in right now. And so we're going to magically transform this pie into your dream pie and your new dream life. So, Cheryl, the first step is really to decide what you want next. What's your dream? And dream big, don't short yourself. So Cheryl really wanted this life in the wilderness and to do all those things we talked about and grow our own food and commune with nature and just have a totally different experience. But she really didn't know how she was going to get there, or if she could get there. But the first cut was made, and all you have to do is grow that slice. Don't have to think about anything else. That's why it's as easy as pie. You are going to draw that towards you. Your spiritual heart and your dream are going to draw the pieces that you personally need to create this life. Okay. And we just have to have that desire and stay open and not worry about anything else. And also part of the secret, or whatever you want to call it, is that knowing when to move forward, knowing when you're drawing these things and to grow your slice. So let me share what happened for Cheryl. So she made that. She's like, Lorana, I know I want to do that. I don't really, I've never been like a farmer, and I'm single, and I know I'm kind of nervous about this. I don't have I'm going to be on limited social security. I don't have any big nest egg, and I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I want to do it. And I'm just, I'm kind of stuck, or whatever. What should I do? I said, hey, the hard part's over. You know what you want. Let's see what happens. So, ironically enough, because Cheryl does use Miss Lorana products, she was in my shop, and a friend. Well, actually, it wasn't. It's a new friend, but I won't say they're a friend. But a couple was in here, and they started to talk. They, as people do at Miss Lorana's, and Cheryl sort of opened up about what she wanted, and this couple was like, well, Cheryl, this is so funny, but my wife and I have inherited about 100 acres out in farm country, out, in the Hartville area type thing. And we don't want to sell it, but we were just talking these last couple of weeks of like maybe starting some type of community out there, like in a non-community way, not a commune, but a community, and maybe just, parceling up like 3 acres and stuff so people can maybe build a cabin or put a tiny house on it. And Cheryl's like, a tiny house? What's that? I never heard of that. You mean like a tree house or something? They're like, no, it's kind of a new thing. It's been catching on. They even sell them on Amazon now for, 15, 20,000. You could have this fabulous tiny house, and you put it together yourself. And we we know how to do that type of thing. Cheryl's like, really? She's like, how much, what are you going to do this? I mean, do you have anybody? I'm just so, it sounds like exactly like what I'm looking for, because I've been dreaming of having a community around me, but I just, it wasn't really that clear. And that part of the dream started to manifest. They're like, yeah, we've even talked to our my wife's brother-in-law, who's a surveyor, and he's been, showing us different ways that we could do this. And we are really, really serious about doing it, and we could really do it anytime. We've got this beautiful land. It's got a pond on it, and it's got trees, but a lot of really great dirt for farming. And it would just break our heart to to sell it off. And what we're thinking is that we don't need the money, that we just want to get the right people on the property. Cheryl's like, what? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Well, that could be me. Could I? And they're like, yeah, come on out. What are you doing right now? She's like, nothing. It's a Saturday. I'm I'm not doing anything. They're like, follow us out. You have time. Follow us out. We're going to go out there now and see how it feels. So Cheryl did that. She followed these guys out north towards the Portage Lakes, and fell in love with this property. She just couldn't believe it, right? And so they're like, well, here's our number. Stay in touch. Research, these tiny houses, and because we really don't want to have any trailers on there. We really think we just kind of want to have these modest little houses, and really, ideally for us, if if you're comfortable, we really don't want to sell the property, but we're happy to have the right people on there as stewards of the land, taking care of it. We know that our parents and grandparents and they would have loved this because that land has been in our family forever. And Cheryl's like, "Oh my God, this is like a dream come true. I can't believe this." So she went home, but believe it, she must. And she went home and she started researching these tiny houses, and she found some she liked, and the price was right. And so Cheryl and these, Joe and his wife Amy, they hooked up and they made some solid plans. And it really just kept getting better because uh, Cheryl was like, I do, own a home and I'm thinking of selling it, and and then using that money to buy some land and to make this dream of mine come true for my sort of retirement, my you know older years. And they're like, Cheryl, that could work for you, but don't feel pressured, because if you have enough, a little bit of money saved to get the tiny house, you're really not going to need a lot of extra. Maybe you can rent your home out and use that money as income, because like we say, we really, if you'll help take care of the land and live on that land, you don't know how valuable that is to us and how important that is. And we're fine with that. So that is exactly what Cheryl did. She refreshed her house a little bit, got it ready. She bought that little tiny house. And this summer, they're going to put it up as she's working on her home. And she's going to rent that out. They're going to help her. They're all going to put together this tiny house and get her set up on that property. And lo and behold, she told me one other thing. She couldn't believe it. There's apple trees and peach trees and pear trees already there. Um, it looked like somebody used to have some bees on that property. So, and that was also a dream of hers, to maybe try to, do a beehive and try to do honey. And the soil is so rich. So you never know when or where or how quick your dream can manifest. In Cheryl's case, it manifested really quick. She had really been thinking about it, but when she really starts speaking it, and really put, it just magnetized to her, and the most perfect scenario, I think. And there will be some other people on the property because, like I say, there's 100 acres, and Cheryl is the first one. So when they find the right people in their own way, however that occurs, she'll have her community. Yay. Okay, you guys, another pie story is complete, and hopefully it's made out of the fruit that's on her new land. Let's a pear apple pie. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you're having a great Sunday, and feel free anytime to come in, and we could talk about your dream pie and how to make it happen for you. Okay, I'm always on board with that. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.